This question has candle frame heating up this steel rod. So this candle frame is a heat source. Heat source produces heat, and this heat source is a higher temperature than the steel rod. So we are using this block here to represent the high temperature. So heat always flow from high to low, from high temperature to lower temperature. So heat will flow from the heat source here to A. This portion we call it A, B, C, D. So it goes to A first. When heat goes to A will try to transfer the heat to B. So he must have enough heat, but he must build up his temperature first. So this heat source must give him more heat to have a higher temperature. Then he can distribute it to B. Right? Then this heat source again give A heat because it has got higher temperature, goes to the lower temperature. So when A receive heat, this portion of the steel rod will try to distribute it and give it to a lower temperature portion. So now he cannot give, because once he give, his temperature is lower than this side, so it's not right. So we'll let him have more heat first to build up his temperature. Then when he has enough temperature, then he'll distribute it, and the students here can see that the temperature is the same, heat cannot flow. So the heat source at the same time continues to give this A heat. Now when B has enough temperature, when the heat is enough, the temperature increases. So now when we have enough temperature, he also distribute the heat or conduct the heat to C. And then when A has enough temperature, he'll pass the heat, transfer the heat to B. And then what we can do is we keep on passing the heat from the heat source to A non-stop. Then as we do that, we also transfer from A higher temperature to lower temperature, and from B higher temperature to lower temperature, and from C higher temperature to lower temperature. So if the students start doing this activity, they will see that there's a temperature curve. You go from a gradient from the high temperature to low temperature, and when we are doing this, it takes time. The students will know that at part D, it will take time for the heat to come here for the temperature to increase. So what we can do is get one student here, one student here, one student here, and one student here, and one student here. So these students will keep on giving heat this block from A to B, and B give it from B to C, but they must observe a certain rule. The rule is heat must flow from high temperature to low temperature. And then this activity most probably will take about 10 minutes. Be patient, let the students the audience, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 students doing this activity. Get the students, the audience, the rest of the class to actually be the judge, to say whether A do it correctly, or B do it correctly, or C do it correctly, or to catch their mistake. So hopefully this particular activity will help to clear will be very physical for the students to see the effect of heat flow from high temperature to low temperature, and to see a gradient of high temperature to low temperature.